He, for there would be no doubt of his sex, though the fashion at the time did something to disguise it, was in the act of slicing at the head of a moor which swung from the rafters. Orlando, to look at, was cut precisely for some such career. The red of the cheeks was covered in peach down, the hair was dark, the ears small, and fitted closely to the head. He had eyes like drenched violets, so large that the water seemed to have brimmed in them.
Virginia. Virginia? Virginia!
I was distracted. I'm so sorry, Mr.
Yes, well, now that we have you back. This is Mr. Harold Nicholson. Harold, this is my wife, Virginia.
It's lovely to meet you, Harold. I'm sorry for being so preoccupied. I've recently started my new novel, and as you can see, I'm rather absorbed. I'm sure you can understand. I've very much enjoyed your work over the years.
Not to worry, my dear. I understand completely. Both me and my wife have been fans of your works for quite some time too. Which reminds me, I should introduce you to Vita, otherwise she'd never forgive me. Vita!
I'm so thrilled to finally meet you, Mrs. Wolfe.
Please, call me Virginia.
And you must call me Vita.
Oh, darling, they're the McCarthys. You should go and say hello. Lovely to meet both of you.
Yes, I'm so glad we finally met. We must meet again soon. May I call on you at home?
Yes, of course. Vita. I'm at home most days.
Excellent. I'll see you soon, Virginia.
Lovely couple, don't you think?
Yes. Very lovely.
Well, I see you found your muse then.
What are you talking about?
Come on, me, I'm not blind. I don't blame you in the least. She's a fascinating woman. She's done more in her life than you and I have combined. You know, she got everybody talking when she ran off with that Violet Trefusis. Poor old Harold had to go all the way to Paris to get her back.
You know I'm not interested in all that gossip, Leonard. I just think she'd be a fun person to be around. Maybe she could get me out of my own head for once.
Well, you know I love you no matter what. I'm just glad that you're writing again, and if this Vita can help you, then I embrace her wholeheartedly.
Dear Vita, I would like to invite you to tea at my house tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you. Virginia. Ava, I need a letter delivering. Ava, we'll need more tea. Ava?
Oh, hello, darling. Ava let me in. I'm terribly sorry I'm late. Harold needed help with his book, and I'm afraid I lost track of the time.
Don't worry, I was trying to write. I'll just get some more tea. Please. Make yourself at home.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for the invitation. Is this your new novel?
Yes.
I think it'll be an even bigger hit than To the Lighthouse.
Thank you.
So, what have you planned next for Orlando?
I don't know. I'm having a bit of writer's block at the moment.
I think there should be a love story, don't you think?
Yes. I suppose that could...
Everyone needs a love interest. Orlando needs a bit of scandal. Everyone likes scandal. I suspect everyone's been delighted at the opportunity to gossip about me and my past discretions.
I don't know. I don't listen to gossip like that.
That's very kind of you, Virginia, but I know full well what most of London thinks of me. But if you really hadn't heard, I'd like to tell you about Violet. Before you hear about it from someone else.
Really? It's not necessary.
Please. I'd like to. I don't want there to be any secrets between us. We met at school. We were so young. But I fell in love with her so quickly. We were together for many, many years. Harold and I had an understanding from early on, so there were never any bad feelings about us. We loved France, Violet and I. We went there all the time, but I discovered that she wasn't as faithful as I thought. And I couldn't bear the idea of sharing her with anyone else, so I broke it off. Needless to say, I was distraught. But Harold, being the dear he is, helped me through.
It sounds like true love. You must have been devastated. I don't know what I'd do without Leonard. He's been so patient with me.
Yes, I had heard about the problems you've been having recently.
Well, it seems both of us have been the subject of discussion. These doctors just don't understand. They don't listen to me when I tell them I need the hustle and bustle of London life. They insist that I live a relaxed life, stuck at home.
A woman as vibrant as you shouldn't be cooped up indoors.
Thank you.
The Bloomsbury Group are having one of their infamous parties this Friday. Will I see you there?
Yes, of course I'll be there.
Wonderful. I'll see you then.
You know what, V? I'm not so sure this is such a good idea. Perhaps we should just go home.
Leonard, I told you, I'm fine. I feel so out of the loop these days. I just want to get back to the real me.
I just told you to run before you can walk. I absolutely cannot see you like you were before.
I'm not a child, Leonard. Run before I walk. I'm a grown woman and I've made it this far in life without resigning myself to house arrest. Why do you refuse to believe that I can look after myself?
Because you haven't exactly tried that hard to stay alive, have you? For God's sake, Virginia, will you just accept that you're fragile and you need to look after yourself? Virginia!
There you are, darling. Are you quite all right?
Oh, wonderful, thank you. I just had to escape my overbearing husband before he squashes the life out of me completely.
Come on. Let's go outside for some fresh air.
We've always had such a lovely marriage. But I know that it's him that keeps us together. If I could just quiet my mind and live, he wouldn't have to work so hard for us. I hate myself for causing him so much grief.
Listen to me. You are not a grief to him. He loves you. How could he not? So many of the people I meet dismiss me because of who I am, but not you. You opened your arms to me. You didn't judge me, even though you knew about my past. Leonard knows what a wonderful person you are. And that's why he'll never let you go. I know if you were mine, I'd never let you go. Virginia, I'm sorry. I thought that's what you wanted. Virginia!
Let's go.
I'm so sorry for the way I was last night. You've only ever been good to me. And I said such horrid things to you.
Well, I'm not exactly proud of the way I acted last night either. You're right, I worry about you too much. I need to let you live.
I appreciate that. I can't believe the way Vita acted last night. I don't believe I gave her that impression.
I wouldn't be too harsh on her, V. You're an intoxicating person to be around. And besides, I don't think you can deny that you feel something for her.
Hello, V.
Vita, please don't look so upset. Come on. You're just in time for tea.
Hello, Vita.
I genuinely am so sorry about last night. I completely misjudged the connection between us. I didn't mean to catch you so off guard.
I don't think you misjudged anything. I didn't realize the signals I was giving off. I never felt like that before. I wasn't sure what was happening.
I'm so sorry for blubbering like this in front of you. I've been so desperate for company since Violet. Harold is so dear to me, but I realised he wasn't enough when I met you. I've been so greedy. I've only been thinking of myself when I should have been thinking of you.
Please stop crying, darling. We've both been confused, but now I'm seeing so clearly. I've been writing Orlando for you. I want the world to know what a changeling you are. Weaving in and out of time, ruffling everything up as you go.
Well, that's the most complimentary comment I've ever received. Most people think of me as flighty and loud. I think I'm too much for most.
No, not for me. I think I know what to do next. The trumpeters, ranging themselves side by side in order, blow one terrific blast, the truth, at which Orlando woke. He stretched himself. He rose. He stood upright in complete nakedness before us. And while the trumpets pealed, truth, 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 we have no choice left but confess. He was